Hello, everybody. This is Michael Charles from leadingwithintent.com, where I share insights, strategies, and secrets to intentional living. I live to help you uh, create lasting results, both in your personal and your professional life. My goal is to raise your level of awareness so you can master the essentials of life, money, and relationships, and of course, live a more fulfilled and enjoyable life. So, hang with me here together with me as your guide, and let's take this journey together. And before I go any further, if you are new to this channel, remember to subscribe, comment, like, and of course, share this video and the channel with a friend. Today, once again, we are doing another relationship session. Again, this is Relationship Month, and I have my lovely, beautiful wife with me, Dalu Charles, of course, the one and only. So it's great to be here with you today with her. Last week we did a session where we shared our story, we shared our wins, we shared some of the things that work for us and some of the things that were not working for us. Well, we share some of those. So if you missed that, go back to last week's session and watch that. I'm sure you'll find it entertaining. Juicy. It was juicy. So we spilled the tea, like my wife would say. We spilled the tea on the relationship. So we're so happy that you're here with me and my wife today. We have a special guest for you, so we'll get to the special guest in just a few minutes. But before that, as much as this is always fun to do and exciting to do, and the fact that we're doing it this month, and then for all of the things that's happened to us and our guests and many of our people last week. Last week I couldn't talk about it. My wife couldn't talk about it, but we felt it made sense that for us to talk about that. So we'd like to. I'll pass it on to my wife, and maybe she'll talk a little bit more about that because I guess I'm on the emotional side. I don't know, but I don't want to cry here, okay, guys? So I'll pass it up to my wife, and she'll share some of the. She'll share it with you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Hobby, for having me. As always, I'm always happy to be here at your home in your channel. Those of you who know me, who's been watching me on the Glimpse Style with Dalu channel, you could see I was a little bit more sheltered yesterday. Not yesterday, last week, because believe it or not, that's not home for me. That's his home. So, yeah, so I'd like to say thank you to all of you for joining us. We are very glad that you are here. And of course, as always, I'm going to give a shout out to my Glam Squad. Hey, Glam Squad. Of course, please say hi in the comment section to let me know that you are here. And thank you so much. Last week, you guys turned out in should I say Glam Squad style. So we're very happy and so grateful for that. And of course, we have a guest couple coming up as well. But before we move forward, I would like to take a moment, or we would like to take a moment to recognize a dear friend, a very, very close friend of ours that had passed away a couple of weeks ago. Her and her husband had a truly great relationship. They truly love each other, and they were an exemplary couple to us. They were our role model. They set the bar for us to model after, should I say. So it is very sad that she had passed away, because she had counseled us through so many different aspects in our life, but especially through our marriage. She was a rock. So we felt so blessed and so grateful that we had gotten to know her. Although it is sad, but we do understand she's with the angels now, and it doesn't make it easy. But we were so blessed that we had gotten to know her. We could not move forward without not saying anything about her, guys, because she's been there for us. She has been there throughout this marriage, and she has been a rock. So we felt like we needed to take a moment at least to to say, although she may not be able to listen, we don't know what happened when they go up there, but at least we want to say that we miss you already. And
Yes.
it's gonna be hard without you, but yet again, we are so grateful and felt so blessed the fact that we had gotten to know you. So thank you so much for all you had done for us. And you are the true definition of love.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. Um, yes, everything you said. So I know our guest had experience with her too. So it's sad, but anyway, we just wanted to recognize that she had an impact in our life, in our marriage. So it was important that we do that here on the show. All right. So today we wanted to take some time and share some tips with you, some of the things that we've done. There were many of them, but we felt that we would make it a shorter list so you guys could implement a few of them if you feel like you need to. And again, the idea is this is relationship month. How do you spice things up? How do you stay engaged? How do you celebrate each other? How do you take time to really create meaningful memories? And so we're going to share a few tips with you from that perspective, being that February is Love Month. And so we'll get started.
Okay, so
You want to
now,
go?
no, you go first.
All
You start with the juice.
right.
I'll follow later.
So the first thing is throughout our marriage, there were times because we have kids, it was very difficult for us to find time to spend together. And sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, I have to plan a long vacation to be able to have time with uninterrupted time, really, with your significant other. So if you're married and you have kids, this is one other thing that you can do to have uninterrupted time. Just really to find a hotel close by that you've always been meaning to visit. It doesn't have to be a long 5 day vacation, but a couple nights. You're local. If there's anything, you can always go home. And if let's say even if you have to work, you could go to work and actually go back to the hotel, right?
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah. I mean, it's again, when you have kids, sometimes it's difficult because you can't find the time to spend with each other without being uninterrupted. So we found that this is one of the things that people or married couple and especially those with kids can do to keep the spice going, to create meaningful memories, and really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, but another thing that you can do now that is the COVID situation and quarantine, a lot of
Mhm.
people will may not feel comfortable going out in a hotel or a book hotel room. Is to use different part of the house. It
Yeah.
could be you pick a little spot to set up a little picnic spot just to spend time with your significant other, or a different room. And I think one of the things that I said in one of my videos that I was gonna explain to you guys how I managed to do the things that I do with the two kids around. And one of the things that I do is that I communicate with them. Thank God for us, our kids are getting a little bit older, 6 and 10. So we are able to communicate and say, hey, mommy and daddy, we're going to have a conversation for 1 hour. And it's very important for mommy and daddy to have
It's a conversation.
that to have that conversation together. So you guys are not supposed to interrupt us unless it's an emergency. And usually we talk to them about what an emergency looks like because you know kids they're gonna want to knock
Everything is
at
an
the door.
emergency.
Everything is an emergency. So we make sure they have a clear understanding what an emergency is so they don't come and knock at the door so we can have that 1 hour 2 hours,
Mhm.
let them play with their favorite game. This is the time we give them a little bit more time on the computer
Yep.
so they can just focus on that, and so mommy and daddy can have that conversation time. And I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday, I mean not last week, and she was telling me she had like a 14-year-old and she could not have time for a conversation. I'm like, you gotta speak with her. That's the only way. Speak with her. She will understand. Because believe it or not, kids likes it when the parents are close
Yeah.
together. They like it. So believe it or not, they will understand. So I guess that's
Yeah.
one secret.
One secret. It's a conversation. And look, sometimes if you have grandparents, drop the kids at your
Yeah.
grandparents, and you have the house all to yourself. You don't have to be going somewhere to drop the kids at your
Oh
grandparents.
yeah, use different rooms. Like if the kids come to the room, to your bedroom, should I say, go in the room, or go the laundry room, whichever
Whatever.
works for you.
All right, let's move on. Uh, the second one, right? Put on a song that you both enjoy and dance to it.
Yes.
You do that a
Well,
lot.
I love to dance, or if you call it dancing, whatever it is, I like to do it. As long as I'm shaking something, I'm good to go. So I put my hat little music and I just say that, hey, let's dance.
I know.
And we start dancing. Yeah.
If you guys watch one of her videos on Glam Style with Dalu, you'll see that there's one of those videos maybe a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
We did a little dance on that.
Yeah, because I force you to.
But yeah, usually she would initiate that dance,
Yeah.
and I'll participate.
Yeah.
Sometimes willingly, sometimes not so willingly, but I
Yeah.
would always participate somehow.
Yeah. Somewhere. 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 Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's go to the next one. You want to cover that?
No, you
Yes,
can.
you can cover that. So this, guys, a lot of time we do it when we're dating, but when we're not dating, we forget to do it. And I think it's because we are so used with the person.
Mm-hmm.
We with them every day, and so the tip is gaze into each other's eyes and just admire them. Like I do that with to my wife sometimes, and sometimes when she comes to bed at night, and I would just sometimes I just sit there and just look at her. She's like, "Why are you looking at me? What do you say?"
I don't know. I'm like, why are you looking at me? What goes to your mind? You know, I like to joke around, like he said the last time. So I'm like, what happened? Did you? What are you thinking? What did you get yourself into? Or oh my God, you hit the
Yeah.
high
Or she would
the
say
jackpot.
something in French, puis t'aider.
Yeah.
Like, how can I help you?
But you know something that you do that I like the most?
Uh-huh.
When you wake up in the morning, no matter what, you never leave the room without kissing me good morning.
Yeah.
I think to me I think it's a way of celebrating me that I wake up one more day. I see that day. I think you like telling me that you're happy you make it to the night. So I kind of really look forward to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love that. I think it's a good
Good.
way.
So I'll have to be remembered to keep doing that.
Well, you've been doing it, so
Yeah.
keep doing
Yes.
it.
Another one is have a picnic.
Yeah.
You want to tell them more?
Have a good
That's not a whole lot really, except I go to the park. If you have kids, take the kids to the park with you. Let them enjoy the park while you keep an eye on them. But you there together, you talking, you having conversation. Because one of the things that happens in this crazy busy life of ours is we forget to have conversations. We forget to really get to know each other, learn more about each other. One of the things we've done is we bought card games that have questions, and every once in a while we'll just pull the card games out and we'll just play it. We'll ask each other questions. Sometimes questions we asked before, but the answers have a slight variation to it that may be different.
Yeah, and then another what you have the way you have to look at it is that once you get married, you get busy with life. You don't remember dating. So doing little things like a picnic, things that you would be doing like you were dating, you
Mm-hmm.
reminding yourself what it was like to be falling in love with that person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're reminding yourself what it's like to be dating again, just sitting there in the park and talking, laying down,
Yeah.
taking a nap. I think it's just fantastic. Bring some wine, crackers, juice, water, whatever your
Whatever.
favorite thing
Yeah.
is. And like
Just
me,
enjoy.
he likes it. He likes to bring wine because I think according to him, I'm nicer.
Yeah.
I guess,
She's nicer when she's got a little something something in her
I guess I'm
blood.
not that nice at all.
All right, so let's move on. Next thing, I love this one. Plan your dream vacation together. You'd be surprised how much fun that can be, and talking about the things you want to do, where you want to be, how you're going to enjoy it together, and actually enjoy it when you get there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Enough said.
You know,
All right, so the next thing, I think we've done it a few times. We'd like to do more of it, and that is take a class together. Now, that class could be painting, dancing, photography, anything that you two enjoy. Take a class together. Man, we've taken dance
I
classes
think we did.
together,
What
right?
did we do? Salsa.
We did salsa together. I think we did it a
Yeah,
couple
it's
times.
it's very sexy. So I would definitely recommend salsa.
Yes, you
it's
know,
a very sexy dance. So you get it going in the classroom. When you get home, it'll be a little
you
bit
finished the
easier.
dance at home.
Yeah.
Stop the dance in the. All right, let's keep moving. Another thing is bring them breakfast, coffee, or tea in bed.
Yes.
You want to tell them more?
I mean, it's pretty
It's pretty. It
self-explanatory.
is.
It's a great way to celebrate the person, doing little things like that, bringing breakfast, while they laying down. I don't actually do it for you. I, I don't very recall
You've
me
done it a
doing it
couple
for you.
times.
I have
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. No, I bring it in your office, not in the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess us women we like it in the bed. Men likes it in the office. In the office, I do that pretty much every
Yeah.
day. But you've done it, and it was interesting. Last Sunday, you were washing. You were not able to do it, but you got the kids to help you
Yeah.
to get it done for you because you could not do it because
Yeah.
I
I
mean
was
you were, yeah.
I was rushing to church, and my little ones wanted to help out making breakfast for my wife. Again, it was Valentine's Day, so they also love these kind of things. So I engaged them in the process. We
Yeah.
made breakfast together. They actually delivered it on a tray, right? Really nice with chocolate covered strawberries, banana, eggs, and all of these
You
things
did
that
it
you like.
those.
You know,
Yeah,
the things
but
that you like.
the idea is sometimes you have to be a little bit creative and think outside the box because sometimes you may not be able to do it or carry it out all together. It's
All by yourself.
all by yourself. What can I do? Who can I engage? Don't be afraid of engaging your little ones. Actually, they love doing that. They were so happy
They were.
to be part of the whole thing. So yeah, do yeah.
All right. All right, so let's cover the other one. Now I have to make sure I cover some of the key ones here. Uh, oh, this one is special. Ask them to share their hopes, their fears, and their dreams with you. Ask them question about their hopes, fear, and dreams. Get to know them again, because you do know over time, people's dreams evolve. Their hope for whatever, right, life changes, and so it's good to ask them those questions. What are the things that scares you the most? What scares you about life in general? And you'd be surprised, they'll be sharing their most inner thoughts with you. And that's another way for you to connect and really feel like you're learning about each other again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the last one I'll cover is well, celebrate what is important to each other. I mean, this is one area where we talked about that last week, where we have to figure out what's important so we could celebrate it. If you don't know what is important, you can't celebrate it, right? I know. I mean, I know some of the things that are important to you, so I'm learning to celebrate them. Because me personally, some of these things I never really celebrated. I
Oh
never
yeah,
really
that's true.
celebrated them, but now with you, I have to learn to celebrate them. So it's really communication, learning about each other, and then doing your best to celebrate that person and make them feel special and create meaningful memories.
Yeah, it's all about overall what the summary of this whole thing is doing the things that are important to each other. Like for example, I know you like it when I dress you up. You just like to put your clothes on, go where you going.
Mhm.
You don't like to go to the store. I don't like taking you to the store with me either. So I just understand over the past 12 years, should I say, that he likes that. So I took it upon myself. Like I don't wait for him to say, "Hey, I need you to get me this." So I just know, okay, he needs this. I just get it for him. He needs the shirt. He needs the suit. I
Shoes,
think one of
socks, everything. You buy everything for me
yeah,
now.
I think one of your biggest bragging thing about me is to tell everybody when somebody say, "Oh, your thing is nice. Oh, my wife got it." I think
Yes.
you love saying that. So little things like that, they may not be important to you, but that could be very, very important to your partner. So it's really important to understand that and celebrating your partner by doing that or them. Yeah.
All right, well, that's it. That's all of the tips we wanted to share with you, and now we're going to introduce you to our guests.
Oh, we have to make sure we say that. I know it may sound a little bit
Uh,
corny or something. Don't forget to not celebrating the birthdays, the
yes.
whatever children's birthday, whatever Mother's Day, whatever that is. I know some of you, a lot of people say, even Valentine's Day. I know a lot of time people go over that would say a lot of time, oh, every day is Valentine's Day. That's great. I'm glad every day is Valentine's Day for you. I'm super happy. But if I ask you, when was the last time you got your wife something special or flowers, if she likes flowers, or when was the last time you do something
Hmm.
special for your husband? If you can't remember,
Then you
my
better be
my
celebrating.
advice to you is to celebrating Valentine's Day. The reason why, at least when if I ask you when was the last time you do something nice, minimum you can say a year ago. But if you have the time to do it a little bit more often, that is
Hmm.
perfect. You should
Yes.
definitely do that.
Awesome. Thank you. I hope that was helpful to you. I hope you found something that you could probably do together. And I'd love to hear which one of those, I guess, activities we covered makes sense to you. Which one that you may want to try over the next couple of days
Which
or
one you're
week,
doing?
or which one you're doing right now. So go ahead, give us a comment, and of course, give us a like, and remember to subscribe. But
Ask a question.
and yes, you feel free to ask questions as well if you're watching live, or even if you're not watching live. It doesn't really matter, right? Ask the question. Okay, so on to our guests for tonight. Very special couple. We love them dearly. I think once you hear from them, you'll see why we love them dearly and why we think they're so special. So without further ado, I really want to introduce you to my dear friend and sister,
Yes.
McKenson Mole and Stephanie Mole. How are you guys?
Hi guys.
Yay! We're
Hello,
good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. It's
I'm
great
good.
to have you on the show today. I know you guys were hearing what we were sharing. So, any of these things that you've tried, or maybe you plan on trying?
You
The
go.
vacation.
You guys just came from a vacation a couple months ago, no?
Oh yeah, that was
Yes, we
nice.
did.
I love stuff like that.
Of course. Who doesn't like vacationing?
Yeah.
It's I always like to go away on vacation myself, so that's great. So why don't you tell our viewers, our listeners about you? If you want to tell them where you live, that's fine. But how did you two meet, and what attracted you to each other?
All right. Hi everyone.
Hello, guys. And,
I'm Stephanie.
Mackinson.
We've been married for going on 6 years in August this year.
Awesome.
But
That's
yeah.
that's
We've
yeah. Some
been
people don't make it a week.
together. I know. It's a blessing.
It is.
We've been together for going on 11 years.
12.
12? Oh, yeah,
Awesome.
12
Look
years.
at
In
that.
August as well, too.
Okay. Oh wow.
We have two beautiful kids.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Zachary and Leah Grace.
And
Awesome.
then we have the BOC love story.
So I want to hear it. I want to hear your side, and I want to hear his side.
Yeah, we
I-
have the BOC
You're
love
gonna love
story.
my side.
All
We
right.
met
So
in
let's hear it.
church.
Let's hear
We
it.
met
What's your side, Steph?
No, I'm taking it. We met in church.
Mhm.
I was gonna say Brooklyn, but that's not true. We met in Haiti. So, did we meet in Haiti first?
I saw you in church, but we really have a
Connect
conversation
in
in
Haiti, yes.
Mhm.
Was it 2009? Pastor had a inauguration.
Inauguration.
His temple. He was inaugurating the temple,
Mhm.
and I went, and that's when we saw each other, and we communicated. But at first, I remember I met you. That's okay. I met you in Brooklyn at Pastor August Church. That's where I first met you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's your version.
What's your version?
Okay, my version is funny.
Go ahead.
I remember one day, a Sunday, maybe Sunday morning or night. I was in Brooklyn, East 98 Church, and a good friend of mine showed me a picture of a beautiful girl, and I quote, "Mablagi sana mo eh." And
I knew he was going to say this.
Okay.
and I saw the picture. I'm like, "Whoa, she's beautiful." The this is my type, very dark skin, beautiful chocolate, dark chocolate,
Okay.
Yeah.
and um, I didn't say anything, and because the way my friend, which is Michael Charles, pulled the picture in the Bible. It was a long Bible, small. I remember. Do you still have that picture,
Yes, I
brother?
still have the Bible.
Yes. So when I saw the picture, I just look at it, and I remember Pastor Misho was having a youth meeting
Mhm.
or something, and there was a beautiful young sister right in front of me. I was, playing the trumpet and stuff, and she was playing the clarinet, and I recognized the face. I'm like, she looks like the picture Michael showed me, and I didn't talk to her that day. I was shy and just let it be, but she was still in the back of my mind. And I remember now Haiti. Did we talk before that? No. So I think we maybe we saw each other in Maryland, right? Before Haiti.
I think we were friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That time I had Facebook, probably was friend on Facebook, and not stalking her, but from time
Kind
to
of
time.
stalking her. All right. Once you saw that picture,
So
you were sold.
yes, but funny thing, that day I went to Haiti, and I met her at the airport.
Mhm.
So took a plane from New York to Haiti, and she took a plane from Florida to Haiti, and then we met right
Mhm.
there at the
Oh,
airport.
wow. So big
And
money, huh?
I'm
I was with
telling
my
you,
dad.
I'm
Oh.
telling you, how, and you know how I greet the sister? I said, "God bless you," and then I give her a kiss right here
Uh-huh.
for some reason.
Mhm.
And we says, "Oh, I'm happy to see you," and stuff like that. Friendly. And I kind of feel like when I kiss her from her cheek, I felt something special. And I didn't know she was gonna be at the meeting at the inauguration.
Mhm.
And somehow she came, and we had a little conversation.
Mhm.
And I was supposed to go to her father's fellowship in Font Blanc, and I didn't make it. I couldn't go. So funny enough, when we got back to the state, and she asked me for a song. I guess we sing with a choir or something.
At the concert.
At a concert, the choir is not yet choir. There was not
It
the
was the choir in Haiti.
choir in Haiti, and she
Mhm.
asked me for a song. And until now, I never sent her the song.
You singing it for her, I'm sure now.
But we end up having a conversation on Yahoo Messenger. It was
Mm.
Those are the days.
yes,
Those
that
were
was
the days.
2009,
Oh,
and
wow.
yes, and
That's
a
great.
few months later we become really good friend,
That's
and
awesome.
that's how we met. But I gotta think. I told you that already. I thank my brother for showing me that picture. That picture started it all.
It was
That's
a
the
seed.
story.
It was a seed.
It was.
All right. So you have a question for
No, I
that?
don't have any.
All right. So this is my question to you guys. When did you know? Because of course you were getting to know each other. You didn't know she was the right one. She didn't know you were the right one. When did you know that you were the right one for each other and that you were gonna get married?
Oh wow. Okay. I knew he was the right one for me. He just brought being with him brought me an inner how do I say this calmness. I
Mm.
felt calm around him. I felt like I could be myself around him. And like we spoke about everything and anything, and there was no judgment
Mhm.
on his part, but more understanding and like love and guidance. And I was just happy. I was extremely happy, and I prayed about it, and here we are.
Awesome. Okay. How about you, Mikey?
Well, I didn't know she was the one, to be honest. Um, but I remember this one night. I got on my knees. This is true story because I at that time I could say my eye was kind of everywhere,
Mhm.
and so I got on my knees and then I made a prayer to God. I said, God, I this is the type of woman I would like to have.
Mhm.
This is this, this is that. I make a very personal prayer with God. Um, so after that prayer, um, you know, I've the way that my wife loved me, I've never find that anywhere else. The way that she made me feel. I remember she was already in college, and me, I was starting to figure out what I need to do with my life. But yet she makes me feel so special. And I remember one word she said that sealed it for me when she said that. When I asked her that question, I'm like, why do you love me? And she says, you got something in you. I don't know what it is, but you just got something very special in you.
Mm.
And that alone, I've never heard that before. I didn't know I have something special. And I just take that, and I'm still looking for that special thing.
Well, she found
Okay.
you
Yeah.
special, being special to her for sure.
Okay, so
So
now, are you done?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, I'm done.
I'm sorry.
I talk a lot sometimes, but don't
No, it's
mind
okay. That was a wonderful story.
That was
Thanks for
wonderful.
sharing
That
it.
was so nice. Now that we hear the story now, so we know today it's all about the juice. So tell us, what do you
it.
guys do to keep it, to keep the flame in the relationship, to keep it sexy or whatever you guys do, or spicy. I don't know.
Oh Lord, what do we do? I would
You knew that was coming.
uh, I would spontaneous dates. That's when we have the most fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, spontaneous dates. Just communicating with each other. I every morning when we're getting ready, I mean every morning when we wake up, because we start work around the same time,
Okay.
so we get ready basically together. So that to me that brings a level of intimacy between us, because we're communicating with each other, we're getting ready. And to at night we like to do our devotionals, and then we talk about anything. And so to us it's not always like your wife said, the juice, but what leads to it.
What
And
leads
that's
to the
very
juice?
important
Okay.
to us, because then it brings it's an intimate session, and it brings
Mm.
us together, and then we love that, and it brings us closer, and it makes me want him more. And yeah, it makes you want me more too, right?
Definitely.
Oh.
I like that you asked the question and didn't assume.
Um, can you guys paint
Definitely.
a picture for us of, or tell us of one of your spontaneous date? What does it
Yeah.
look
What
like?
does it? What does that
When,
look like?
So okay, once it wasn't planned. He picked us up. He picked me up from work because my mom had the car, and I didn't. And he dropped me off. So he picked me up from work, and he was like, "Oh, babe, you want to go somewhere? Let's go somewhere. Let's go to the city place." I was like, "Okay, fine." I'm like, "No, but let's go home so I could get dressed and everything." He was like, "No, you're fine the way you are."
oh,
And then we went, and we had a great time. We enjoyed ourselves, and of course, Grandma had the kids at that time, so it was really nice.
Yeah. I'll make the best use of grandmas.
Yeah, I
I thank God for grammar.
know.
so, but do you guys have any advice on how you, when you of a time when you had to handle the kids and you wanted to have a spontaneous date?
Well, we've had a lot
Have
of
you guys?
canceled dates
Yeah.
or dates that ended up including the kids because it's either we didn't have a babysitter or um, grandma changed plans on us. So that happens a lot. And I remember you said that in the beginning of the um,
Intro.
yeah, in the beginning
Mm.
that the kids, when you're married and you start having children, it becomes a little bit harder for you to have one-on-one time with your spouse.
Yeah.
And we are experiencing that, especially our kids. Leah's 4 and Zach is 2. So they're very dependent on us at that age. So it becomes very hard for us to actually plan things with each other.
Awesome.
But any tips on how you get around them, if any?
Oh, how do we get
Yeah,
around it?
I'll answer this
Okay.
if you may.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm a early riser. I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. So, the kids are sleeping. Now, if I have a chance before I go to the gym after my devotion, that's our time. And or sometimes I leave the gym because I try to go to the gym every morning after I wake up and pray and do my stuff. And 6 to 7, go to the gym. And sometimes I shoot a text. I said I'm leaving the gym early. And yeah,
Get
you know,
ready.
Or we spend time with each other when the kids are sleeping.
yes.
We love nap time.
Oh, I'm sure we
Like
do.
it doesn't have to be something long. It could be like
Yeah.
15 minutes of uninterrupted time.
Mhm.
And it's nice.
Mm, yeah.
I mean,
Or a text message throughout the day.
That's
Oh, just cuddle and say
Yeah.
nothing.
yeah.
That's true.
That's true. Oh, she's a cuddler, huh?
Yes, I love
Yeah,
that.
you were like.
Or, or sometimes even having 15 minutes to have just a conversation, uninterrupted
Yes.
conversation. It's not all. I know our mind may go in the gutter. That's not all. That's
What
not
do
all
we
it's
at?
about.
What do we-
But it's about, okay, let's take 15 minutes to just talk or hug
Connect.
or just connect or like just stare at me. That's what he does.
I just stared at her, and she said, "Why are you looking at
In
me?"
a
I'm
creepy
like,
way.
"I'm admiring you. Can I just do that? Can I just admire
Okay,
you?"
nice.
You
Or
know?
sometimes about like I'll ask them a Bible question and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or asking me what am I wearing because there's a perfume pandemic in the
Oh.
house. I think
Oh.
there's perfume for every hour, maybe.
That's not true.
So that is
He's just making fun of me because I love perfume.
so she's always asking me, smell me.
So she loves the smells, huh? Oh, she loves for you to smell.
Yes,
Perfume.
because it's like I'm a perfume
I have
expert.
a mini
Oh.
perfume collection.
That's not a mini.
Yes, it is.
All right, she said it's a mini, but if 50 is a mini, I don't know.
I don't have it.
Okay.
Um, so by talking about that smell and
What's that?
this little things.
That's good. That's good.
So how do you guys handle disagreement, if any? 'Cause
How do we handle disagreements?
Conflict.
I think sometimes I'm a little bit sometimes I'm a little bit hot-headed and I like to be right. So at times
Amen, sister.
remember that I'm not fighting. I'm not okay. Whatever the disagreement is about, it's how do we come to agreement that's best for us. So I have to remember that I'm not fighting. He's not my enemy. He's my husband. He's my friend, and how do we come to a common ground? So we'll have a disagreement about something, and I like to be right. And then he likes to he'll take two routes. It's either he like steps back and ignores me or just agrees with me.
oh,
But then
I guess that's the classic.
But then we'll once situations calm down, I'll think about it, and then we'll talk about it more clearly, like more level headed. We'll talk about it, and then we'll come with an agreement that's best for us, because we have to remember that it's us against everything else.
Yeah,
I
That's
can't, if I'm fighting with him, then it doesn't benefit everyone else, and it doesn't benefit the children either,
absolutely.
yeah.
because they're paying attention.
Yeah, and then like they say, I stay quiet.
Yeah.
Um, one thing about me, if I'm wrong, I know I'm wrong.
Okay.
Um, so you know, I just stay quiet. I let her talk, and eventually, when she's finished, I'll just say, hey, from all you said, I don't think this is the right thing to say to me. Although I was wrong, but you could say this differently and stuff. And but once you wrong. Don't ask, don't expect for a sorry. It's just, it is what it is.
Us or you?
You,
Oh, women? We
yeah.
don't. We say
Well,
sorry.
I mean, kinda. They're like, even if they're wrong, they know they're wrong. They just won't admit
But
that
you
they're
guys
wrong.
are always wrong
Yeah,
most of the
they.
time anyway.
So
So
they always say we wrong, guy. The guys are wrong. So it's just that's why we're like, okay, we're not gonna
Yeah,
say anything. We'll just stay.
listen. The last time my wife said sorry for something she did, I was so surprised. I'm like,
She's a new
I felt
person.
so special that she's like, I was wrong. I was like,
yeah.
but hey, I'm mostly wrong. So she's almost always right. So
Almost always, I like
So
that.
yeah, it makes
yeah.
sense. You've been married for
So
7 years.
ah
It makes sense. You've been married for
For almost 7 years, right?
almost 7 years, right?
Yeah,
yes, yes.
almost 6.
Almost six.
Almost
Almost
6.
six.
It's
Oh,
coming.
Well,
Yeah,
so
this year we'll make it 6.
okay. Well, that's great. I mean, you guys know, I love you. My wife loves you. We wish
oh,
the best for you.
Yeah,
It's
we love you guys too.
it's we
Anyway,
all.
you
I'm
you
sorry.
big bro forever.
I'm sorry.
You said you big bro forever. We love you,
Yes, you guys know how much I love you, and that I really love what you guys have going on. The respect, you guys pray together, you guys have devotion together, which is commendable. And so I think it's great. You have somebody spilling the beans on you. I don't
oh,
know if you guys know that.
yeah.
Somebody saying, "Yes, you guys met in Haiti, and I was there, and it was over cheesecake."
Boom that baby. Let me see.
Oh, because he
Yeah.
asked me, he was like, how did you know I love cheesecake? He was like,
Um.
oh, mkite gato
Somebody
po.
whose name starts with an M, huh?
Oh, I forgot. Cheesecake is
yeah.
our thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cheesecake in the
Yeah, I
story, right?
forgot. Yeah,
Yeah,
cheesecake is
Miana.
our
Yeah. Yes, Mimi. Yeah,
thing.
she
She was
actually
there in Haiti.
actually
Her and
she
Sister Darlene.
sister darling too.
Okay, okay. That's
Yeah, so
great.
Miana is respect, Mimi.
That's
You know.
Yeah.
great. I love it. I
We
love
love
that
you guys
story.
too. I love seeing couples evolved and doing great things. Like I love your channel.
Oh, thank
Your
Yeah,
you.
she
wife, I
does. She
watch it.
she
I
watch
love
it
it
every day.
because we have
He's
similar
assuming it's her
styles.
channel, and I'm okay with that.
I
No, yes, her channel.
I love anything gold and glam.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's always on.
really?
Dalu.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a fan here.
Well, thank you so much. You guys have been wonderful supporting me, and I have many of your fellow Glam Squad in this chat as well. A lot of them are here, so you guys are everything
Yeah,
to me. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for
yeah.
the
We
support
we
and love.
hope we hope you get 1 million, 2 millions view because you're doing great.
Well, if you guys keep giving me this love, in no time I'll get there.
It's always gonna
Just
come
keep
from
the
us.
yeah, keep the love coming. The love is the fuel, believe it or not. When
The
you know
support,
the
yeah.
support, that's what to me, I don't even want to call it. I call it the love and the support,
Mm,
because when you put something out there and then somebody take a minute to say, "Hey, you did a great job," and want to give you a like, to me, that's the best. You feel like, oh, there's somebody who's waiting for something. I have to put something else
Yeah.
out there again.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what keep me going, honestly.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it
Thank
up.
you so
And
much.
Thank you.
Michael, You're my whole motto.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like if I used to listen to you more
Mhm.
in the past, I would be further. But hey, with the technology, I'm watching. You know, everything you do. I'm watching you, so I'm learning from you, and thank you for all you're doing for the community.
We
I
honored.
believe that you are unique, and you're going to go far if you do not give up with the work. It's a wonderful work.
Mhm.
Keep it up. We need this as young
Yeah.
couple, and we hoping to have more young couple like us to share their experience.
Yeah.
This is truly something that we don't have. You didn't have that growing up, or you're 6 years into your marriage, you didn't have that, and it's very good, and keep it up.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Once again, we appreciate your support. We appreciate you guys coming on and sharing your stories, and just being here with us, hanging out with us. Right? I call this hanging out with friends and just
Yeah,
sharing it with the world.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I call it. So,
Yeah, it is truly friends, because before we started, I was very nervous. My wife says, "What are you gonna say?" I'm like, "I'm blank. I don't know." But it's you and Dalu, and the energy is really positive.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
I mean, now I can't stop talking.
yeah.
you
I
You
guys
guys
know.
are great.
you
You guys
guys
are
are
great.
great.
Lovely couple. It's
When yeah, when we thought of you guys to say it was like perfect, the minute we said Stephanie and McKenson, we both of us were like, yes, yes, you guys were perfect. So
you guys are one of our favorite couples. We have few favorite
Wow.
couples, and you guys are
yeah,
one of them.
yeah, one of the baby
We
couples,
pray.
a
We
little
pray
bit.
that God keeps it that way,
Yeah, yeah,
So
even better.
what is the one thing, I guess, to wrap this thing up,
yeah,
because it's
yeah.
about what is the one thing that you guys wish you knew before you got married?
Yes.
If you have a warning for young people or something that
I know somebody
yeah.
watching right now is about to get married, so I'm sure they'll want to know.
That's a very, very
What's the
good
one thing I
question.
wish I knew? I okay, um one thing I always recommend to couples that are getting about to get married is to learn each other's love languages. I wish I had known about it because it does work for us. When we took the test, we're like, oh, mine is acts of service and quality time. Like I love flowers. You could bring me flowers, you could bring me gifts, but I love spending time with you instead. I prefer that. So learning each other's love language is something that I wish I had known before I got married. And I know they always say this, and it's very you always hear this, but I wish I knew the importance of communication before I got married because I wasn't really taught that. But it's really important because I've seen marriages broken up or even just friendships broken up because of lack of communication. And then that's second. Third, like I said before, is know that you're not fighting at each other.
Hmm.
Like, don't fight at each other. Know that we're on the same team.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's important.
I think
Mhm.
what you said, Stephanie, it's very important to know to fight for each other, not at each other. It's really important for couples or people who are planning on getting married to know how to fight. I think
Yeah,
it's one of the most important things because a lot of it, when we go into the marriage,
because we're gonna fight, right?
we're gonna
Yeah.
fight. I mean, rarely you're gonna hear a couple that says they never fight. I mean, I've heard it, but in general, most couple fight. Um, so it's really important to do that the right way because you're gonna go in this marriage, you're gonna start defending your right, and then once you start defending your right, this is when you go left. So it's really important to understand we are together. We're trying to save each other. We're not trying to save anybody, but we're
But
trying to
That,
save the
yeah,
marriage, but us.
yeah. Anything for you, Maki? Things you wish you had known before you got married?
Oh, the list is long, very long, because
You can give
us.
us the top two or three.
Yes, but I'll just say that, as young men or young black men, a lot of time we don't have that teaching, father to son conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to do this, how to treat your wife and stuff. So um, it's when you get to the situation and you're trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So me myself, it's a long list. I'm
So
I'm
give me one.
I'm still
He's
learning.
still thinking. He doesn't.
You know, it's long. Like my wife said, communication.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I don't think we had that from the beginning
Yeah.
of our relationship or marriage. So that and how to, you know, how to stay. Um, I don't know how to put it, but to always put her first, you know, no matter what. How to always like, you know, even though she's mad or this and that, but you always value her even when she makes you mad,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you just value her less when you're not happy, you know, things like that. I wish I know how to do, you know, that will actually avoid a lot of, you know, mistakes. And I guess
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds to me having conversations with parent fathers having conversation with their parents, with the children, sorry, and
yeah,
really showing them and teaching them how to treat their
to
wives or
the
significant
wives,
others
yeah.
sounds to me like one of the key thing that you bringing up, and the other one being, and just paraphrasing to make sure we get that, it's to really understand what's the last thing he said. If you,
Yeah, you,
To
oh,
value the
to value
value.
her
yeah,
even when he's mad at
he,
her.
yeah, right. Learning that's important
That is
because
very
most people once they're mad at you, they
Forget about
forget about every love, every feeling, everything they had about you, and learning to value your significant other even when you're upset.
even when you're upset.
It's something to to learn as a couple, and I think everybody could learn from that.
Yeah.
And maybe if anything else, I guess I hope anybody listening or watching here would learn is learning to not fight each other, but
Fight
fight together against
the
something or the
situation.
situation, and really learning to value each other even when you're upset.
Yeah, because I think this is when people make the biggest mistakes is when they are mad. When we're in love, everything is great. A lot of time we don't go and do stupid stuff
Hmm.
or say stupid stuff. But once you're mad at the person, you feel like, oh, I'm mad. My feeling is justified, so I can do or say whatever I want. And
Yeah.
this is when you get in trouble. When you came back to your senses, you're like, okay, I was mad at her or I was mad at him, but I was wrong. Then now you like in that where you have to keep apologizing and bringing
And
the flowers and
yeah,
everything.
and you've inflicted pain, and sometimes pain that you can't take back.
Yeah, the flowers and
Yeah,
money and whatever you have can fix it back.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
That's
only
awesome. Those are great lessons. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
you-
And overall, God, man, God,
that's true.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, you
yeah.
know,
And I like that
Jesus
you guys
Christ.
have devotion together.
It's very
Oh yeah,
important.
we
And
can.
I pray that we keep it going forever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, that's nice.
That's great. Well, thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing your story, and then really sharing of your love with our viewers and our listeners. So we truly appreciate you. As I said earlier, we love you, and I hope you know that. I hope you can feel that. If not, then you guys need to come back to New York to make you feel that some more.
Oh
It's
no.
it's an absolute pleasure for us, and
Yes.
thank you for thinking of us.
Yes.
I didn't know my wife was gonna do it because when she said yes, I was like, "Whoa, really?"
That's great. She's yeah.
She has something under her sleeve for
And,
you.
I
yeah,
know.
thank you for the invitation, and we hope
Yeah.
to see more young people like us in this channel.
Absolutely. We'll be doing that. And we have a few couples. We're waiting for them to get married to invite them because we know, again, yeah,
I have an idea.
newlyweds. You got some ideas? And so the thing is, we're trying to bring in new couples, older couples, young, middle couples, because everybody have a lesson to learn. I mean, you guys shared some great tips in terms of,
Yeah.
married couples and things that people who are not yet married should start thinking about. I mean, it's really important because it's lacking in many African American communities and households. So this is something I think is going to be very important for people to really learn. So I'm so glad and grateful you guys came on and shared your story. Hey Sabine, hey Coffee Lover. I'm not sure who that is,
That's
but
a Glim Squad.
that's a
baby.
Glim Squad.
That's a Glim Squad. That's a Glim
All right.
Squad.
Hello, Glim Squad.
Yeah. Margaret 16, she's a Glim Squad as well.
All right,
Yes,
we
thank
have-
you so much, my friend.
Yes, thank you all for
I
watching.
felt the love.
Uh,
I'm feeling the love.
we appreciate you joining, and so if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and be sure to join us on this channel every.
Don't have to party.
All right, quick thing. Be sure to join us on this channel every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay?
All right, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you in my Glim Squad. I will see you soon. You know, we were dealing with a little situation. That's what I'm not uploading. But you guys should see something from me by the end of this week. So I'm so excited to see you again
All right, everybody.
at home.
Bye.
Thank
you, guys.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it.
Hey, Litney.
Gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die.
Hey, Sabine. How you doing?
'Cause